Reflect on the last time you entered a room and felt like everyone noticed. It wasn't about the clothes you wore or the way you entered. It was about the undeniable presence you carried. That's the essence of a strong, intimidating personality. Today, we're diving deep into what it truly means to hold such a presence, inspired by Stoic philosophy, which teaches the art of remaining unaffected by external chaos and focusing solely on inner virtue. We will explore how these principles shape not just your outer image but your core self. Stoicism isn't just an ancient idea. It's a practical toolkit for anyone who stands firm in their values and faces life with unshakable resolve. So whether you're looking to understand your own strength or are simply curious about the quiet power of Stoicism, stay tuned as we uncover the traits that make a personality truly formidable. If you appreciate delving into the depths of personality and the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a simple favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Also, stick with us throughout. Every part of this video is crafted to enhance your understanding and appreciation of these powerful traits. The first sign is about finding strength within yourself, a theme central to Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from within, not from external validations or opinions. This kind of independence means that you don't need others to tell you you're doing well or that you're on the right path. Instead, you derive your sense of self-worth from your own judgments and convictions. When you embody emotional independence, you navigate life with a unique kind of confidence. It's the kind that doesn't scream for attention, but rather exudes a quiet, formidable presence. For instance, when faced with criticism or praise, an emotionally independent person remains stable and unaffected. Their self-value isn't tied to the fluctuating opinions of others. It's rooted in a deep understanding of their own virtues and values. This stability can be both inspiring and intimidating to others. It's inspiring because it represents a level of self-assurance and maturity many aspire to, yet it can be intimidating because it challenges the normative social fabric where external approval is often sought to reinforce personal identity. This trait also involves making decisions based on personal conviction rather than societal expectations. When you live this way, your choices reflect a direct line to your core beliefs, undiluted by the noise of the crowd. It's about having the courage to follow your own path, even when it diverges sharply from what others might expect or accept. In the context of Stoicism, this aligns closely with the practice of focusing only on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions, and letting go of the rest. By fostering emotional independence, you not only protect your inner peace, but also cultivate a life that's true to your deepest self. This isn't about isolation or indifference towards others. Rather, it's about ensuring that your interactions are genuine and not merely transactions for emotional validation. Such a way of living doesn't just change how you feel about yourself. It transforms how you engage with the world around you, making your presence naturally strong and, yes, sometimes even a bit intimidating. This is not just about accumulating facts. It's about cultivating a deep, broad understanding that influences your perspective and actions, a principle heavily embraced in Stoicism. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius or Seneca, weren't just philosophers. They were also students of life, dedicating themselves to learning not only about the world but also about the inner workings of the human mind and spirit. When you develop an extensive knowledge base, you're not just learning. You're equipping yourself with tools to navigate life more effectively. This kind of knowledge makes you formidable. It's not merely about being able to recite facts or win trivia games. It's about understanding the underlying principles that govern various aspects of life. Whether it's science, art, literature, or human behavior, having a well-rounded grasp allows you to make connections that others might miss. This holistic view is intimidating because it enables you to challenge superficial conclusions and engage in meaningful debates that can shift perspectives. Moreover, extensive knowledge fosters a unique form of self-reliance. Stoicism teaches the value of self-sufficiency, not just in terms of physical needs, but intellectual and emotional ones as well. When you know a lot, You rely less on others to form opinions and more on your own critical thinking skills. This intellectual independence is a significant aspect of your intimidating personality. It's about having the confidence to trust your own judgments and the courage to question popular opinions. In conversations, this trait can make you a leader, often the go-to person for insights and answers. It's not just that people might feel less around you. Rather, they're drawn to the depth of understanding you bring. This can place you in positions of authority and influence, which, while beneficial, also sets a high standard for you to maintain. Being known for your knowledge means you're often expected to contribute at a high level, which can be a powerful yet daunting expectation to live up to. Extensive knowledge isn't just about what you know. It's about how you apply what you know to lead a more reasoned, balanced, and fulfilling life. It's about the wisdom to navigate complexity with ease and the ability to remain calm and effective in the face of challenges, hallmarks of both an intimidating personality and a devoted Stoic. Stoicism teaches us the importance of responding to life's challenges with reason rather than emotion. This means evaluating situations based on facts, logic, and practicality instead of getting swayed by fleeting emotions or peer pressure. Such a clear-headed approach is not just a sign of intellectual maturity. It also makes you appear formidable in the eyes of others who might be less consistent in their reasoning. When you make decisions rationally, you're drawing on a deep internal well of knowledge and critical thinking. It's about seeing beyond the surface emotions of the moment and understanding the long-term consequences of your actions. This doesn't mean that emotions don't play a role in your decisions. Rather, it's about not letting them lead the decision-making process. By prioritizing rationality, you ensure that your choices are aligned with your core values and life goals, principles deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. This approach can be particularly intimidating because it demonstrates a level of self-control and foresight that is rare. People tend to be influenced by the heat of the moment or the weight of external opinions. In contrast, someone who remains unaffected by these pressures and chooses the most logical path forward, even when it's the tougher choice, exudes a sense of independence and strength that can be both awe-inspiring and intimidating. Furthermore, rational decision-making means that you are likely to be direct and straightforward in your interactions. There's a certain confidence that comes with knowing your decisions are well thought out and based on solid reasoning. This can make interactions with others more straightforward, as you're less likely to waver or seem indecisive. However, this directness, a product of your rationality, can also make others uncomfortable, especially if they are not used to such clear-cut communication. Embracing this trait means you embody the Stoic ideal of living according to reason, not impulse. It allows you to navigate life with a calm assurance that your path is the right one, not just for the moment, but aligned with a broader, more considered view of life. This can make you a leader, a confidant, and, yes, sometimes an intimidating presence to those still struggling with the tumult of unchecked emotions. Decisiveness is not just a trait. It's a statement of confidence, a declaration that you trust your own judgment enough to make choices swiftly and effectively. In Stoicism, decisiveness is rooted in the practice of exercising clear and rational judgment, removing the clutter of unnecessary thought that can cloud decision-making. It's about being present in the moment, fully aware and unswayed by external distractions, a powerful and sometimes intimidating display of inner strength. When you're decisive, you're effectively saying that you have weighed the options, considered the potential outcomes, and are ready to move forward with conviction. This can make a significant impact on those around you. It shows that you are not only capable of making choices, but also willing to stand by them. In a world where many may hesitate, caught up in indecision, your ability to act swiftly sets you apart. This decisiveness is intimidating because it implies a level of self-assuredness and competence that others might feel they lack. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that we should not be perturbed by things outside our control, focusing instead on our reactions and decisions. By embodying this principle, your decisiveness becomes a testament to your commitment to control your own life. It demonstrates a philosophical detachment from the chaos of life's unpredictabilities, focusing instead on actionable steps that you can influence. This approach also influences how you handle responsibilities and challenges. Decisive individuals are often seen as leaders because they don't shy away from the responsibility of making tough calls. Your clarity in decision-making ensures that your actions are deliberate and your path forward is unambiguous. This not only enhances your own life, but also provides a guiding light for others who are searching for direction but find it hard to break through the fog of uncertainty. Being decisive, then, is not merely about making decisions quickly. It's about embodying the Stoic ideal of informed and rational action, which commands respect and at times can be quite intimidating. This is because your decisiveness challenges others to examine their own hesitations and encourages them to cultivate their inner fortitude. In Stoicism, the adherence to strong moral principles is essential as it guides one to live a life of virtue and integrity. The Stoics believe that virtue is the only true good, and everything we do should be aimed at living a virtuous life, which inherently requires a strong moral foundation. When you possess strong moral codes, you navigate life with a compass that is constantly aligned towards what is right and just. This conviction can be quite intimidating to others, especially in a society where moral relativism often prevails. Your unwavering stance on issues of right and wrong sets a standard that can challenge others to reflect on their own moral beliefs and behaviors. It's not just about being good. It's about being consistently good, regardless of the circumstances or the potential benefits of compromising your values. This trait also fosters a sense of reliability and trustworthiness. People know where you stand, and they can trust that your actions are guided by your deep-seated principles rather than whims or external pressures. In discussions and debates, your strong moral perspective provides a clear, often unshakable viewpoint that contributes to your reputation as someone who is formidable and commanding respect. Moreover, embodying strong moral codes means that you are often the voice of reason and the advocate for justice in situations where others might choose silence or complacency. This proactive stance not only reinforces your own sense of self, but also acts as a catalyst for change and ethical leadership. It can be intimidating because it calls on others to rise to your level of moral integrity, which is a challenge not everyone is ready to accept. Having strong moral codes, as guided by Stoic philosophy, is about more than just making the right choices. It's about leading a life that is true to your deepest values and principles. That stands as a testament to the enduring values of honesty, justice, courage, and wisdom. Your life becomes a beacon of what it means to live rightly, not judged by societal standards, but by the timeless standards of virtue that define the very core of Stoicism. This not only makes you intimidating, but profoundly influential in the lives of those around you. When your words have weight, each phrase and sentence you utter carries an impact that resonates beyond the immediate conversation. This is a trait deeply admired in the Stoic tradition, where the wise are measured not by the quantity of their words, but by the quality and truth they convey. Stoicism teaches us that it's not just what we say, but how we say it that matters. Our words should reflect our inner virtue and reasoned judgment. Possessing this trait means that you speak with authority and conviction. People listen not necessarily because they are required to, but because they find genuine value and incentives in what you say. This influence is powerful. It shapes perspectives, influences decisions, and can even alter the course of events. This weight comes from a combination of your knowledge, emotional intelligence, and the moral grounding you consistently display. It's about being seen as someone who speaks with purpose and profound understanding, making your voice not just heard but respected and considered. Furthermore, when your words carry weight, you are often seen as a leader, someone capable of guiding others through your articulation and thoughtful expression. This can be intimidating to others because it sets a high benchmark. It implies that you are not merely participating in discussions. You are setting the tone and direction of those discussions. It's a manifestation of the Stoic idea that the wise lead not by imposing power, but through the inherent force of their ethical and rational clarity. This trait also demands a high level of responsibility. Knowing that your words influence, you choose them carefully, aware of their potential to affect others' thoughts and feelings. In Stoicism, this is akin to the practice of self-control and discretion, emphasizing that it is better to speak less and with more meaningful content than to speak often with little substance. Therefore, having your words carry weight is not merely about the impact you make in conversations, but about embodying the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation every time you speak. Your voice, therefore, becomes a tool not just for communication, but for teaching, leading, and inspiring others towards greater understanding and virtue. This powerful trait underscores your role as a modern Stoic, one who not only navigates life with reason and ethics, but also enriches the lives of others with words that matter. This isn't just about enjoying your own company. It's about embracing the quiet and using it as a tool for growth and reflection. This aligns closely with Stoic principles, which emphasize the importance of self-awareness and personal development that often occurs in moments of solitude. The Stoics saw solitude not as loneliness, but as an opportunity to deepen one's understanding of self and the world, free from the distractions and influences of the external environment. When you are comfortable being alone, it reflects a strong sense of self-sufficiency and confidence. It indicates that you do not rely on the presence or approval of others to validate your feelings or actions. This trait can be quite intimidating to others because it challenges the common fear of being alone, suggesting a level of emotional and psychological maturity that many might still be striving to achieve. It shows that you are complete in yourself, grounded in your values, and not swayed by the fleeting opinions and emotions that often influence social interactions. Moreover, solitude fosters creativity and problem-solving. When you are alone with your thoughts, you can engage deeply with them without interruption. This can lead to clearer thinking and better decision-making. For a Stoic, this process is crucial. It's about using reason to lead one's life effectively. The ability to sit with oneself and reflect is seen not just as a skill, but as an essential practice that strengthens one's character and fortitude. This comfort in solitude also means that when you do interact with others, your interactions are likely to be more meaningful and intentional. You engage because you choose to, not because you need to, which enhances the quality of your relationships. Your presence in any social setting is thus more potent and impactful. You bring insights gained from your reflections, adding depth and weight to conversations. Being comfortable in solitude is a testament to your complete and composed nature. It's about having the courage to face yourself, the wisdom to learn from what you find, and the confidence to return to society without losing your centeredness. This is a profound aspect of Stoicism, the peace found within oneself that radiates outward, influencing others in subtle yet powerful ways. Stoics practice the art of responding rather than reacting, allowing them to engage in challenging discussions with grace and wisdom. Handling difficult conversations well means you're equipped to navigate the complexities of human emotions and conflicts without losing your cool. This capability can be somewhat intimidating to others, as it demands a level of emotional intelligence and self-control that many are still developing. It shows that you are not only a thinker but also a mediator and a leader, someone who can face tension without succumbing to it. In Stoicism, the focus is often on the internal control of one's responses. When you engage in difficult conversations, you are essentially practicing this Stoic ideal. You are examining not just what is being said, but how you can contribute to the resolution or understanding of the issue. This often involves setting aside personal feelings to address the larger needs of the moment, which is a hallmark of Stoic detachment and virtue. Moreover, your ability to handle these conversations shows that you value truth and progress over comfort and avoidance. It's about confronting the reality of a situation, however uncomfortable it may be, to foster greater understanding or find solutions. This is not just about courage, it's about commitment to the truth, to improvement, to relationships. This commitment can challenge others to rise to the occasion, which, while productive, can also be daunting. The Stoic approach to difficult conversations also involves a readiness to forgive and look beyond one's own perspective. It's about recognizing that every person has their reasoning, and that understanding this is key to resolution and growth. Your capacity to engage in these challenging dialogues without judgment, but with an aim for clarity and resolution, reflects deep-rooted wisdom and a desire for harmony, even when the process to achieve it can be rigorous and demanding. Ultimately, your ability to manage tough conversations with a calm and collected demeanor not only makes you a pivotal figure in social and professional settings, but also demonstrates a life lived true to Stoic principles. It shows that you are not just participating in exchanges, but are guiding them towards meaningful outcomes, making your interactions profound and impactful. This trait, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, reflects a form of leadership that comes from inner confidence and the ability to influence others through calm assertiveness and reasoned argument. In Stoicism, the emphasis is on leading by example and making decisions that reflect wisdom and virtue. When you dominate in group settings, it's not about exerting power over others, but about guiding discussions in a direction that leads to the best outcomes for all involved. This sort of influence can be intimidating to some because it sets a high standard of integrity and accountability. It shows that you are not merely participating but are actively shaping the flow of interactions, making your input crucial to the outcome. Your dominance in a group is characterized by your ability to listen actively, respond thoughtfully, and steer conversations away from chaos and towards coherence and constructive ends. This doesn't mean you're always talking. Rather, your contributions are so substantial that they shift perspectives, deepen understanding, and guide the collective effort. This ability to bring clarity and direction to group dynamics is a hallmark of Stoic leadership, which values harmony and the common good over personal gain. Moreover, your presence in a group setting often brings a sense of calm and order. People look to you not just for answers, but for reassurance that the discussion will yield fruitful results. This trust is based on past experiences of your rational and equitable approach to handling group dynamics, where you've demonstrated fairness and strategic thinking. Your dominance in group settings embodies the Stoic virtues of courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance. It's about being so firmly rooted in these virtues that your mere presence encourages others to elevate their own discourse and behavior. Your leadership style, therefore, is not only about directing others, but about inspiring them to adopt these Stoic principles in their own lives, making your role both influential and transformative in every group you are part of. As we close today's exploration of strength and character, remember the virtues we've discussed are not just traits but pathways that lead us towards becoming masters of our own lives, grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism. Thank you for joining this journey with Stoic Journal. Don't forget to watch one of the suggested videos on your screen to continue exploring how you can transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Thank you for being here, for growing, and for being a part of this thoughtful community.